I want to deal with one of my favorite, at least one of my top five verses. Proverbs chapter 4, verse 23. We're gonna read it through 27. It says, "Keep thy heart with all diligence, for out of it are the issues of life. Put away from thee a forward mouth and perverse lips, put far from thee. Let thine eyes look right on, and thy eyelids look straight before thee. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Remove thy foot from evil. Keep thy heart with all diligence." And you know that um, the heart and the mind is kind of the same thing within the biblical text. And scientifically, you look into the heart, it'll, there are studies on it being a little brain or having its own brain and its own nervous system. And some of the same neurons and receptors that the brain has, the heart has. And it probably sends out maybe more signals than the actual brain. But neither here nor there. All right. Protecting. Keep means to guard. Guard your heart. All right, guard your heart. And then it's telling you the ways to do this. All right, by keeping perverse lips away from you. All right, pondering the path of your feet. All right. What is, let thine eyes look right on. Okay. So it's just telling you about what you're watching. Being mindful of what you're watching. This is how you guard your heart. Being mindful of what you're watching, being mindful of where you're going, being mindful of what you're listening to. I was recently diagnosed with congestive heart failure. All right. Which now I have to keep my heart literally because it's not operating at the capacity it should be operating in. And so now I'm aware of the sodium I put inside. I'm not eating stuff out of no cans. My diet has to change. And so I'm more aware of the things that I'm putting in because anything that I grab, my brain goes to now, how is this going to affect my heart? I have that awareness now. And spiritually, we should be aware of that. How will this affect my salvation? How will this affect my soul? Will this lead me into more temptation when we're indulging in certain things with our eyes and our ears and our feet? Does this bring me closer to, or does this separate me from the Father? Is this bringing me closer to the kingdom, or is this separating me? What is this going to do for my salvation? And you should be asking yourself that and have that awareness when you indulging in certain things, when you watching TV, when you listening to music, when you're listening to people. All right. And the people that you're surrounding yourself with, is this an environment conducive to a good spiritual life? Or is this somewhere that's going to lead me to darkness? All right. Keep thy heart with all diligence, because out of it come the issues of life. So our depression, our anxiety, mental illness, a lot of these things will come from us not protecting our heart, us not protecting our minds, and more importantly, the minds of our children, us not putting up safeguards. It's being too much work for us to put the child proof on the Netflix or on the YouTube. So our 6 year olds, 7 year olds have full access. Or it's not enough for us to, you know, the radio station, our kids knowing all these songs. I've seen some kids. What was a video that went viral with the kids singing the Sexy Red songs? And we know the consequences of those kids being introduced to that at that age. Uh we know the consequences. And so, man, again, we take these things in account, man. I pray this thing was edifying. Y'all be blessed.